I had a great trading week this week. That's what I would tell you if Wednesday hadn't happened. And I'm going to tell you everything that happened on Wednesday. That turned a good trading week to a very sad trading week. Yeah. I'm not really proud about this video, but I think it's really important to sometimes just to highlight the realities of how trading can be sometimes, because Wednesday was a shit show. What I'm about to say is just evidence that sometimes it's just not going to be your day for you sometimes, and it's if you don't walk away, you're gonna be fucked. And yeah, I'm telling you now, I was fucked, right? In the nicest sense possible, and not in that way. Pause, by the way. So what happened on Wednesday? Well, I had a great trading. Let's start before we get to Wednesday. Let's start off the week, right? So obviously, I did my weekly analysis, top-down analysis. I always post my what I think for the week in my free Telegram. If you're not in the free Telegram, go check that out. Post weekly analysis, daily analysis, right? So I did my top-down analysis approach because I believe that's important, obviously, to start from a high time frame and then bring down your high time frame perspective to a lower time frame. Then you're actually able to trade better because you have a high time frame influence on the charts. You're able to trade in line with the order flow. So that's always my approach. Start of the week great, caught some nice trade, called out some nice trades, right? And then we got to Wednesday now, motherfucking Wednesday. I took a few trades. The first trade was a winner, and then I saw another opportunity on gold, right? This is when the tide started to turn, right? I was just trying to sit in on this trade, this gold long, right? And I just couldn't sit in. So the first one I got stopped out, right? Because my stop was too tight. Then the second inch I was like, okay, I have an opportunity to re-enter. But then I was like, okay, I'm watching this level. Price needs to hit exactly this level for me to be able to engage in price. And when I think about it now, I think it came from a point of that. Maybe I was had a little bit of fear in terms of executing because I'd taken a loss, right? Because obviously, like, it's a funded account that was close to a payout, and there's this influence that, okay, if I keep fucking up, then I'm just gonna lose the whole balance that I've built up. So I think it was the idea of trying to be perfect within my entries that I just couldn't sit in on the trade, right? Like, I just couldn't sit in, and I was just demanding so much precision from price that price would get, like, I promise you, like, it traded into a fair value gap. And obviously the rule of fair value gaps is that you trade as soon as the price touches the fair value gap, the open of that fair value gap, you enter, because price is not always going to fill a fair value gap fully. As soon as price touches open, enter on that fair value gap. That fair value gap is going to be deemed an entry point. And I know that. The worst things, I've been doing this for 9 years. I know that. And then that cost me missing the trade, right? And this is where things started to kind of annoy me. So I missed that gold long. Was a beautiful gold long, was like 400 pips. I'm gonna put a chart up here again. I missed that, and that kind of bothered me. I'll be honest, it bothered me more than it should have. Maybe it's just the state of mind I was in at that moment, but it bothered me more than it should have. You know, when you're right about a trade but you don't get to participate in the trade, it's one of the worst fucking feelings, right? And that feeling can drive you to do some crazy fucking things sometimes. And that's what happened. So I started looking for gold again. And because I was anticipating shorts from the level it traded to, so I anticipated shorts, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to try sitting in this gold short. I waited for the setup because obviously you always have to wait for your opportunities, right? I wasn't just chasing price blindly, but I was chasing the setup to an extent. So I waited for the setup to form. Another short and opportunity formed. And again, I found myself that I was wanting to be too perfect with price. And then price again traded to fair value gap, didn't trade to 50%. I was trying to enter in at 50%. And then again, the same shit happened. I missed the trade again because I just demanded too much precision. And I think gold tanked like 500 pips. I literally watched it. Like, I literally watched it happen, because then I was just waiting to get that perfect entry. And I think that's the problem of precision sometimes, and demanding too much precision, that sometimes you can demand too much precision from the market and you will miss trades. Like, it's okay to be in the market not at the best level possible. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's better to get in the trade than miss the trade in its entirety because you want to be too precise. And I found that when I missed that, that's when it really got to me. I was like, damn, like, I just missed out on over like 1,000 pips. That whole process happening led me to tilting. That's when the slippery slope happened. I started trying to force trades, started negating my trading plan that I had for the day, and then I found myself just entering senselessly on trades that I shouldn't even be in. Like, I know I shouldn't be in this trade, but I find myself entering this trade because, you know, I'm pissed off that the market today was after me. And the things like the market wasn't after me, it's just that I was the one that was trying to do too much. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I was the one that was trying to force myself on price. And that led to me fucking up. That led a good week turn into a bad week simply because I just couldn't accept the fact in that moment missing trades that are good affect you. And sometimes you're gonna be better than most days, which is the most important, but sometimes it's gonna happen. I don't care how great of a trader you think you are, and I love it when people come on and talk about how good things sound, like, oh yeah, you shouldn't even be tilting like that, or you shouldn't be getting to a place where things like that can happen. It's like, okay, that shit all sounds good in theory, but realistically, emotions can get the better of you sometimes. And in this moment, they did. And I'll be honest. And is it the last time it's gonna happen? No. And I just wasn't mentally right that day. I know myself, and I think it's the experience as well that comes with the trading, right? Where you can sort of see yourself going on a slippery slope, and you allow yourself to go on the slippery slope, and the consequence of that is that I fucked up, and I fucked up a payout. And it happens, and I'm not proud of it, but sometimes you're just not gonna be on point with the market. Sometimes you're gonna be right about the direction, you're gonna be right about the trade, and it's just not gonna be on point in terms of sitting on the trade, and you're gonna miss it. It's important to realize that when this happens, because it's gonna happen to you, and I'm sure some of you have experienced that, is that you're gonna get these feelings that is gonna make you want to, you know, do the bad things. And if you give into it, just be prepared for the consequences, right? And that's just as honest I can be sometimes. It's just that you're not going to be perfect. Just because you're profitable as a trader or you can make money in the market doesn't mean you're perfect. You're still human at the end of the day. You're going to slip up and fuck up, and that's just the way it is. It's just psychology. Sometimes you're just not going to be in your best self, and it's going to happen. And it's so funny because after I'd gone into drawdown from taking the trades that I shouldn't have been taking, right, I found myself, I started to question myself a little bit, like, oh no, can I even trade? Like, do I even know what I'm doing? Like, it's so funny, like, you start questioning yourself, but I had to realize in that moment that, no, I can. I had to go back and realize, okay, I was right about the trades that I was actually wanting to take and the trades that are actually in line with my plan. I was right, I just couldn't sit in. That doesn't make me a bad trader. That doesn't make you a bad trader. And I had to pull myself back and make myself realize that, instead of falling into the slippery slope where I start questioning myself. Because if I now start questioning myself about my trading, when I next go into the markets, that's going to be lingering in the background. So I had to become realistic in that moment. I had to draw myself to be like, okay, let's look at this objectively, not emotionally, right? Those trades were good trade ideas, and I just couldn't sit in them. The trades panned out. If I sat in them, I would have been happy. I would have been talking about something else, but I didn't. That doesn't make me a shit trader. Doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing. And I had to lean on that and find strength and gratitude in that. And then that's what actually allowed me to just like let it go and just realize, okay, one bad day doesn't mean you're gonna have bad days forever. And it's just important to realize that bad days are gonna come in trading, and sometimes you're not gonna get it right. And yeah, I fucked up, yeah, and I have to live with that. And you know, it's just the way it is sometimes, isn't it? It's just the way it is sometimes. And of course, this is a video, it's a bit different to the videos I make. I'm thinking of making these videos where I just talk about trading. I'm gonna call it Conversation Friday, so this is episode 1 of Conversation Friday. And yeah, we just talk and chop up. I'm not gonna be in the fucking cold again, I'll tell you that. So if you like the video, the scenery like this, I'm not gonna be in it. My toes are freezing, my balls are pause, too much information, I know, I'm sorry, but my balls are freezing, bro. It's cold. It's cold as shit. Alright, so no. So next ones I'm gonna be in my house where I can actually be warm, you know. Black people don't do well with cold. I'm freaking freezing right now. But anyways, I just want to be out here, clear my thoughts and talk to you guys and just let you guys know that yeah, it happens. I had a bad week. Good week turned bad. But yeah, called out some good trades though. Hey, I called out some good trades in my Telegram. Join that if you're not in there already. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found some value in this video. If you did, let me know in the comments below. How did your week go? I don't know how your week went.